How's it going, everyone? It's Gaming Bishop here. Thought I'll do a quick video on the Division beta, what came out over the weekend on all platforms. For this video, this will be footage what's coming from the PS4. For this video, I'll be covering just the basics, gameplay, visuals, just how the game felt in regards to controls as well, and also comment on the Dark Zone, what was the PvP section of the game. So starting with the visuals, it's a big thumbs up for me. I like how they portrayed New York almost as a urban wasteland after the outbreak. Plenty of vehicles are spread across all the streets, along with checkpoints, both police and military, and how the random survivors scattered across the area as well. Also with the civilians, they'll come up to you asking for help, whether it be for a medikit or even food or water, and in return for that you get XP and also a drop. It could be anything from a weapon to clothing items. It's just well thought out, even when you're exploring, whether it be outside, subway tunnels, or even just roaming the buildings. It seems to have the lighting effect on point. And one bit what really surprised me was the weather effect. You could be running around where it's snowing. Not only can't you see as well if it was clear, but you also get snow starting to select on your character's clothing, what I thought was a good touch. With the game's main combat style being on a cover and shoot basis, it was crucial for the controls to be easy to pick up and deal with, and I think they managed to achieve it on this game. The basics in regards to navigating as well as aiming and firing your weapons is pretty much like most games out there. One thing I did like is the cover system they got in place, where you can aim your camera at a different object to take cover in, and simply by pressing and holding the X button on your control pad, you can run over to that new obstacle in quite a smooth animation. What I thought was a great touch, rather than having to do it all manually, getting out of one spot, running down and then re-entering it. It just makes things a lot simpler, and you can concentrate more on the targets in front of you. In regards to the story mode itself, not much was really exposed during the beta. There was some main story missions and a number of side quests, which is fine by me. What I find sometimes with some of these betas is they put too many spoilers in from the story mode, so when it comes to coming to the full game release, it just spoils it for you and can't enjoy it as much. But from what I've seen so far, there's a potential this story being actually quite a good one, but we'll find out when the game comes out in March. So moving on to the Dark Zone, which is the game's high risk, high reward element of the game. It's a mixture of player versus player and player versus enemy. What I did like about this section is how it's got its own currency, its own XP and leveling system, as well as the opportunity of it dropping random loot keys where you would have to explore the whole area to hopefully find a key that matches the bots to get some chances of getting some really good loot. My main concern, probably with a number of people playing it, was just to be a bunch of galleries just waiting for everyone to get the good loot, waiting to kill them when they're trying to extract it, and then take the loot for themselves. And to be perfectly honest, I was surprised it was a bit of a mixture really. We had cases where we were coming against some of the hardened enemies, these were non-playable characters, to get the decent equipment, and then we'll be assisted by another team of say 2 to 4 other gamers who would help us out and hopefully get their share of the loot as well, which was quite a surprise. I mean, you would get into some player versus player battles, what were, to be fair, quite fun at times. Sometimes you'd have a good battle what would last absolutely ages until someone got the upper hand. But one particular part what made me laugh quite a bit is on one of these sessions there was a couple of gamers who got, I think it was the maximum level of rogue, and the other players in the game, there's been at least 6 to 8 of us, were hunting them down. It ended up into a mass server shootout, what was quite entertaining, and yeah, like I say, I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of teamwork we were getting from complete strangers within the game. So within the Dark Zone itself, there was one segment of gameplay what actually proved to be both enjoyable and really tense at the same time, and that was extracting your loot. For those who don't know, who haven't really know what it's all about, in order to use the loot for future use, what you get from the Dark Zone, it has to be extracted. By that, you have to fire up a single flare, what gives you a 90-second window before a helicopter arrives to pick up your equipment. When you fire off the flare well, it does signal all other gamers within your session that someone's activated an extraction, and that gives them the option, if they wish to try and find you, hunt you down and take your loot for their own. What we also found during these extractions, there will be other gamers who do come to the extraction point, but not to attack, to hopefully have a slot available to them in order to take their own loot out. and even if there isn't, they'll actually will wait for you to drop your loot, run off, and then they'll set their own one up. As you can see from this clip, we managed to extract the loot just in time as there was a squad of 4 rogue agents. Whether they're coming for us, we don't know, but you know, it was just a bit of a sigh of relief because, as I mentioned, it's only for 90 seconds the extraction, but it seems a hell of a lot longer. So just to wrap up the review of this beta, what I've seen of the game was really impressive. I like the overall package of what the game provides so far. I'm generally looking forward to when the game comes out on the 8th of March. Only then we will see the true size of the world you can explore, the size of the story mission, and even the size of the dark zone. But as I mentioned, for what I've seen so far, it looks very promising. That's pretty much it for me. What I'm just going to do, wrap this up on a bit of a giggle, was when there was a little bit of a glitch. As you can see here, my squad mate was doing jumping jacks and also moving at the same time. Let me know what you think of yourselves of the beta, and until the next video, bye for now.